Buying raw versus buying graded. Welcome to the Solemn YuGiOh channel, where we discuss everything collecting and investing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I get this question quite often. Maxime, should I buy this card raw or should I buy it pre-graded for me? I noticed the raw is cheaper, so certainly I can buy the raw card, send it in for grading myself and make big stonks money. Or, I don't know anything about this, maybe I buy it and it's damaged beyond belief and it's a PSA 1 and now I wasted all my money. There's two ways of looking at this. Let's say there's camp A, we buy everything graded. The big reason for buying something graded is that you don't have to deal with all the BS that goes into grading. What is the BS? Well, first of all, you need to buy the card raw. You need to find a copy that is in pristine condition. You need to contact the seller if you find one for sale, because that's another one. Like if you're looking for a raw Blue Eyes White Dragon LOB first edition American right now, good fucking luck. But again, once you've actually found the raw card, then you need to contact the seller. Hey, do you have pictures of the front and the back in multiple angles? Because again, if there isn't, you don't know. Like I often get people sending me a picture of a card in a sleeve and they show me the front like, is this a PSA 10? Fuck do I know? The back could have jizz all over it. I couldn't tell you what grade it will get. So you need pictures of the back and the front, but that is not even enough, because depending on the light, the seller may be hiding the actual damage. You know, if you hold it under just the right light, you may notice, oh, there's a fat crease, or there's some scratches on the foiling, or there's this, a weak corner, or that. Maybe there's even a pressure point, or a binder ding, or anything like this. So you need to go through the trouble of even getting cards in multiple angles just to make sure that the card you are buying is in fact not completely fucked. So you've done that. You've magically found the card raw. You've then gotten really good pictures. And step 3, magically, it is also in very good condition. So we've already jumped through 3 hoops, of which the answer is very often no. But magically you've got yes, yes, yes. I found one, they sent me all these angled pictures without wanting to kill me, and it's in good condition. Cool. Next up, you hope the seller is not a scammer. You're hoping that they actually own the card. But okay, again, you could get scammed on PSA cases as well, but okay, cool. Step 4, they did in fact not scam you. They ship you the card. Now you hope that the card arrives at yours, because maybe the mail just loses it or damages it. So you're hoping that in transit you don't get fucked already. Now, of course, if you can prove that you did get fucked in transit, you can easily file a complaint, probably get your money back and so forth. But again, that's extra hurdles to go through. So finally, we've gone through all these steps and magically you open your box that you just got and you got yourself a card. We already went through what, five really annoying hurdles? You got your card now in your hand. You make it ready for grading. We already assume, by the way, that you know how to grade cards. So we can definitely make another video about that. But in general, okay, cool. You've made your card ready for grading. You have this sleeve and a saver and a blah, blah, blah. You already know where to ship it. You already know all of this stuff. Boom. Being shipped towards the grading company. Now, we have to do step what? 4 and 5 again. Hope the mail doesn't damage it. And hope it doesn't get lost. Cool, we went through those steps once again. The mail didn't damage it, and your middleman or PSA or BGS themselves did in fact receive your card. Now if you went through a middleman, now that middleman needs to send them. And now you hope that from the middleman to the grading company, it also doesn't get damaged or lost. We're already a few steps into this. So again, if you went through a middleman, it's 2 more annoying steps. Okay, finally, it arrived at PSA. Okay, it arrived at BGS or PSA or whatever. They got your card, now they're gonna grade it, and everything's smooth sailing from there, right? Right? No. Because let's say they grade it, and it's objectively the most pristine card, the best card. However, the person at PSA sat on it. Oops, card's damaged now. You get it back. Sorry guy, it was a PSA 6, had an obvious crease. You go ahead and prove that they damaged it. Enjoy. This does happen. Now what if they didn't sit on it? What if instead there's just some dust? You know, someone opened the window at PSA and some dust into your card, into your slab. Whatever, okay, we send it off, boom. Okay, you get your card, it looks cool, okay, and there's some shit in it. Okay, crack it, send it again, go through steps 6, 7, 8, 9, and so forth again. Cool, epic. Now, what if that didn't happen? So we're already, again, through all of these steps. None of this bullshit happened. So everything went smoothly. You get your card back. You did all of this beautiful work. It's an 8. Wow, cool. You got your 8. I hope you're happy. Now you can do this again for other cards. Enjoy. Next. I don't know about that. I don't know if you're all that excited to do all of that work for that 8 with all of these risks. Now, it could actually be a 10. Who knows? You could crack this card open. So yeah, you grab your very strong, whatever the fuck it's called in English, crack it open and resend it, go through all of these steps again. Maybe you get a 9 or a 10 this time, or maybe you don't. So notice how much bullshit you went through to get this card graded. Is that worth it? It very well can be. There are people who are legitimately saving money by buying raw and grading themselves. But it requires experience, time, and a level of level-headedness when things go wrong. Because yes, things can go wrong, catastrophically so. But if they don't, cool. Maybe you just paid 20% of what that PSA 10 you just got back actually should be. Cool. If you can deal with that, you will make more money. However, if you're not willing to deal with all of this crap, maybe you should instead just buy graded. Like, how do you buy a graded card? Click. The person is not a scammer. The person ships it to you. The post office doesn't damage it. You have your card. That's where the story ends. So the person who self-grades went through 12 steps of bullshit to get their card. You went through 3. Click, it's not a scammer and it arrived safely. Boom, you have your card. Now, I'm not saying either is better. Again, you can save money by buying raw and grading yourself, but you are also dealing with all of this added risk and bullshit. In general, it also again requires experience. There's a lot of people who think they have a PSA 10 in their hands and it's actually a 6. You're gonna have to send cards in over and over and look at a lot of videos and look at a lot of cards in cases to kind of get a feel for what kind of condition is actually an 8 or a 9 or a 10 and so forth. So should you buy raw or graded? Should probably do both, or just raw or just graded. Again, depends on how much time you got. Can you deal with BS? Do you have any experience yet? Maybe you should build up experience before you go for super expensive cards. Also, another really big issue, if you buy raw, be very aware that the moment you buy your card and the moment you get it back graded, there may be 9 months between that right now. If you're lucky, maybe 6. But in general, even at the highest, fastest level where you pay like what, $90 per card you send in, you're still gonna be waiting a couple months. And if you're doing standard, it's probably gonna be an insane amount of time. So if you're one of those people who wants to be able to buy and sell relatively quickly, with raw, you just can't. You literally cannot. Now that all assumes, of course, that you want to grade them in the first place. Another option is to just buy the raw cards, keep them, and then try to sell them at a later time. And you could, but be very aware that in graded cards, there are premiums. In general, 9s and 10s are gonna be more expensive than your raws. But again, that's just a general rule. So I hope this was interesting. Go like, subscribe to this channel, of course, and I will see you soon. Ciao.